Okay, of course.
Oh, there we go.
Hello. Hello, good to
Hello.
see you.
Oh, it's an honor to interview you
Oh, thank you.
for the Wikimetal. Okay. Let's begin with the questions.
Okay.
After the pandemic and with the return of the big festivals, you've been constantly among the main headliners. Did the lockdown have any influence on this new energy the band has been showing live?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, we've seen that um during the last few years, especially after COVID, there's been I don't know how to put it, but like demand is not probably the right word, but we've been getting more and more requests and more people have been coming to see our shows. Um, Maybe it's because we released this album that we are quite satisfied to this survive. But I don't know, it's fun to play live. We have too many songs to choose from, but it's always we can change the set list a little bit, and it's been very enjoyable to play live the last years.
Okay, and the other one, Stratovarius has been one of the bands that have always come to Brazil, ever since in the beginning of its career. In fact, the Brazilian audience filled up your last show in São Paulo in 2023. And how do you feel about returning for a big festival like Monsters of Rock in Brazil?
That's of course fantastic. I mean, you have seen stuff about this festival as long as I've been alive, I think. So of course, it's an honor, and it should be great fun. And yes, we have always come to Brazil, and I think the meme is like, people comment on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, come to Brazil, but Stratovarius is the band that actually comes to Brazil. we listen when people write come to Brazil, we actually come to Brazil. But I think yeah, Monsters of Rock should be really fun. We played Summer Breeze. Was it last year, Timo? I forget, but um,
I
people
was the year
say,
before.
yeah, something like that. But people say that this Monsters of Rock is like even more metal than Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze is more like an all-round festival, and Monsters of Rock is more metal, so it should be really good. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have exact thoughts like Jens, because I mean, whenever somebody's saying, okay, Iron Maiden played in Brazil and Monsters of Rock, and then you see these live videos and wow, and it is something that I would like to do once in a lifetime. So now it's at least happening once. So it's gonna be great.
Okay. The last question is a little bit personal for me because it's from my perspective of someone who has been following the band since 1999. So,
Okay.
and I has the honor to attend several shows over the course of nearly 3 decades. And I didn't know that the camera is okay, so I let see. Oh, okay,
Wow,
it's a
2000.
ticket from 2000.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a teenager, almost.
Yeah. Wow. That
So and Stratovarius has changed a lot over the years. But the difference that I noticed between the show in 2000 and the show with the Halloween, I think in 2011, with the album Elysium, I love that album, was impressive. And then I also watched the 2023 festival in São Paulo,
Hmm.
and I clearly see a constant evolution. The band's loyal audience is literally get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's awesome. I feel like, oh my gosh. And I am a fan since I was a teenager, so I
that's great.
still
Thank you.
go into the shows.
That's great. Thanks for the support.
Yeah. We hope we
So
get bigger and bigger and bigger, but not. I don't know how much fun it is to be like super big, like Metallica. I'm sure they have. I mean, they make a lot of money, and I'm sure it's fun. But I think at the level we are at now, I don't think it gets so much more fun after that. I don't really know. Like, it's hard to say. I mean, I played bigger shows in my life than what we normally do now, and it's like some of the fun factor. It's it's not so much more fun just because it's like 10 times more people or whatever. Like, but who knows? Like maybe we will get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well,
Hopefully
Okay.
not
that'd be a
size-wise, like 500 kilos, 3 meters tall each. Like,
And what's the secret to staying on top for so long and still having such an impressive voice and impressive musicians? You guys are really awesome. What's the secret to stay at this top?
I don't know.
well. I think, of course, there's been few lineup changes, and we have these younger guys who bring their energy to the band, but still we play the old songs with the energy. And I think we just try to be honest what we do. We compose the kind of music that we want to compose, and then hopefully somebody likes it. And of course, to me personally, singing live is much more fun than singing in the studio, because then you see the faces, and then you hear people enjoying and singing, and then you see the smiles on their faces, and so it's like a change of energy while we are playing live. But yeah, it's still, like Jens said, it's still a lot of fun, and it has to be fun. When it's not fun anymore, then I'm ready to quit. But I mean, now it's actually more fun nowadays than, let's say, 10 years ago, to put it in the perspective.
Yes. And can you give us a hint about the set list for the April show for the Brazilian fans?
No.
Because just a quick.
Well, to be honest, we still have 2 more shows in Finland. We are playing a Finnish tour with Sonata Arctica right now, and this weekend we play Tampere and Helsinki, and then we have, I think, 1 show in Denmark, and then basically directly from there we're gonna fly to Brazil. So we can't tell yet. We haven't decided. I mean, I don't even know how long we can play. Is it like 30 minutes or 45, or how long can we play on this festival? I don't have that information. Yeah. So of course, then that is like limiting the set. But they might be hunting high or low, but we are not sure yet. You never know.
Okay.
Maybe Black Diamond. Let's see if Jens agrees to play it. He's starting it.
Exactly. Oh.
So one question that people are asking in the media, it's like the 2022 release, Survive, was very well received here. Why did you choose to release 2 EPs in 2024 instead of a full album? Does this decision have anything to do with the recent tours the band has doing? It's a lot of tours, so you.
No, it's just like, I mean, the gap between this album and the previous album was like 7 years. So I guess when this time to complete a full album, it takes us quite a long time, because everybody's living in different countries, and this whole thing, life gets in between, so to speak, and of course also touring gets in between. But I think what we have been doing now with these singles is just like to do something. We have told the label, maybe do something, and they have put together somehow like digital singles based on some unreleased material, some old stuff that they liked. We more or less told them, just surprise us and make some singles, so it's nothing more than that. It's like more like this YouTube generation kind of like clickbait. I wouldn't call it clickbait, but it's like kind of, just like something to keep the interest going a little bit with the material that we have already. Of course, some people are like, have wised up. Wait a second, this song came out 2010 already. Like, what the fuck? Yes, it did. It's not like a secret.
Yeah, the thing
It's
is that, like Jens said, the label has the rights, so they are actually basically deciding. We could say that don't release like a single which has been already released, but I mean, at least they're doing something. So
yeah.
I mean, it's not the band who's saying that, okay, next week let's put this on Spotify. So it's just the label who's doing it.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, single, it's like somehow a concept from the 1960s. It doesn't, the idea doesn't quite even make sense anymore. I mean, you used to release this like EP, like a 45 RPM EP, and then the LP would come, so it's somehow a digital single. It's a concept that lives on these platforms, but it's kind of meaningless. A lot of people what they do is they release an album and they have like one digital single every 6 months from the next album. So like by the time the album comes out, it's half of it has been released already. It's kind of weird. It's like a track-based world nowadays somehow, I would say.
Okay. And how do you guys deal with this pressure? Because nowadays people are like you have to deliver albums and songs all the time. I think because of the new generation. I am a 42 years old, so I'm a little bit old, and I think it's like the last album was amazing. So then you have to make another album. How do you guys deal with this pressures? It became more intense, I think, in the nowadays.
Well, obviously, I mean, if we release an album every 7 years, it seems it's not so heavy pressure. But I think I don't think we feel pressure this way. I think the pressure is just like getting to the next show and booking gigs and doing live work. I would say that you have a little bit of pressure there, but as long as you plan it correctly, it's not so complicated. Like, but I guess we just release something new when we are ready, really. So nobody's pressuring us, or if they're trying to pressure us, I guess we just tell them like, no, it's not. We don't have an album for you. So
Yeah, of course, like the label, all the labels would like to have a new release every year, but we decided last time already that we are not releasing a new album every second year if not all the songs are good enough, because it has to be good material that you can stand behind it, that you can say that this is our new album. That's why it actually took 7 years, because we were composing. We spent like months and months to compose alone. So this is gonna be the thing for the next album also. It will not come out this year for sure. I'm not sure if it comes out next year, but the songs they have to be good. Otherwise, where's the point? There's no point in releasing shit songs.
Yes, I agree. And I would like to ask you what the relationship with Brazil, because there's not a lot of bands who used to playing here in the entire career. Like you guys always playing shows in Brazil since the beginning and until now, and always be present in the country. It's a lot of we have a lot of fans. So do you like Brazil? So
yeah, I think it doesn't usually go into the whether you like a place or not. I mean, it's not so much that goes into when you book it, but of course we actually like it also. But I think what happened with us, we were here very early. I forget when we played Brazil the first time, but it's like
Probably 97, I would say. Or
yeah,
96, 97. And I think we were the first, if I'm not wrong, like one of the first European bands who were touring in Brazil at the time. Could be that I'm wrong, but at least from Finland, we were the first bands. So we've been, like you said, we've been there for quite many years. And of course, Brazil is also important country. Not only that we can have a lot of gigs, but I also have some very good friends down there. So it's always a pleasure to come down there.
yes, actually one of the first countries we played. I'm looking up now. In '97, we played 5 shows. So maybe it's like somehow it laid the groundwork for becoming dear to Brazilians. I don't really know, but I think we were kind of early there. I don't know if there were so many other bands that had been there when we came there. Like, so yeah, it's like we did a short Latin America tour, and there's only 2 shows in Argentina and 5 shows in Brazil. That should tell you something. Screw the Argentinians. I guess back then at least. Like, so yeah, I think '97 probably not very many bands came down there. So maybe it was like you get in early and then you get to come back. Maybe like
I'm grateful for that.
yeah, exactly.
And I know in the last show that you guys played in São Paulo, I saw various new generations of fans. Like I have a son, I have two sons, and the older one is like a fan of Stratovarius, and I saw a lot of people in different ages becoming fan, and with the sons, with family. So there's a lot of young people here who is like, oh my gosh, what a band. Do you
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
yes,
like
you have a lot.
yeah, we just talked with Jens that we don't very often see, because there's lights on the faces. We see that there's a lot of people, or whatever amount of people. But this last show, Summer Breeze, we just noticed that we played on the smaller stage, or the second stage, whatever you call it. But suddenly the whole area was full of people, and we were like, "Wow, fuck!" Sorry, that we didn't know that we are this popular. Like, and I think it is exactly like you said, that parents can already bring their kids to the show, and if we are lucky, they even like our music, and then they come with the friends, and that's the way that we can continue playing more shows and so on. So I think we are very, very happy that there are young people also. I'm not saying that people older than me or my age shouldn't come there. It's open for everybody, but it's a great thing that youngsters like our music too.
Oh, it's great. And you guys have a message to the fans? Would you like to give let a message for the fans who will go into the Monsters of Rock?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe you have a
I
A
can say
little
something.
message,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Well, the thing is that it's a big thing for us to play there, and hopefully you guys come early enough. I think we are opening the day, so come to see us playing live, and let's sing along. Let's have a metal party, power metal party in our case, and let's have fun. It'll be great.
okay. I don't know if you had any time the interview. I have some time, yes, for one question more. I don't know.
Yeah, you can have one more question.
Okay. Uh, I saw you guys in a little in a small show with the Halloween, so we can't approach the stage. It's more closer. It's a show. It's a more introspective show than the big shows. So I like it. It's important to do big shows, but the small ones are very warm, or very very grateful. So
Yeah,
do you like to play in small places?
to me, it's like, of course, it's great to play festivals, but very often, I don't know why, but if it's like a small club and full of people, then it's somehow like much more fun for us to play, at least for me to sing, when people are like that, you can actually fist bump the first row. And it's like, we just played a couple of shows in Finland, which were like this. And I had like, I would say that more fun playing small clubs. But then again, festivals is always also great, because then you have a huge stage, and then you have a chance to see maybe other bands playing. And of course, it's also a chance for you to play to people who don't know about their music. So it's also like promotion. So there's like good things on both, but very often these small clubs, they are like, oh, you are there, so you can touch the people.
I know. I already see you guys. And okay, thank you very much. It has been an honor
Obrigado.
to interview you guys, because I'm also a fan, a long
All
date
right.
fan.
Great.
So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. All right. See you in
Thank you.
Brazil.
Yes.
See you in the concert.
Yes.
All right.
See you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.